Well, what?
Aren't you going to tell me what happened?
What do you mean? What happened?
When you took Carla back to the hotel last night.
Why should I tell you?
Gene.
Mom, you know you're getting a little nosy in your old age.
Oh, Gene, don't do this to your mother. Your own mother. Don't keep me in suspense like this.
All right. If you must know, nothing happened. I drove Carla back to the hotel, dropped her off, and that was it.
Well, are you still going to spend the day with Jimmy?
Yeah, we've got a lot of catching up to do.
And Carla, too?
Nope.
No?
No. Today is Jimmy's day. Carla and I still have a lot of things that we have to work out yet.
Gene, I don't mean to pry, and I know you and Carla have got a lot to work out, and I'm praying that you do.
Well, at least we're talking, Mom. That's a step in the right direction.
Yes, I'm grateful for that. And you know, that's the only way you can solve your problems.
You know, I could hardly believe when that little boy called me and told me they were back in Kingsley. I wasn't sure if Carla was going to come back or not.
Oh, well, you can see how much she cares.
Nah, she did that for Jimmy.
And you too, Gene, for you too. She wants this marriage to work as much as you do, and you know it.
Mom, I'll believe that when I see it.
Oh, Gene.
Mom, now look, we've been through a lot already. Now, I don't want you getting your hopes up.
Well, whatever happens, I'm going to still keep on hoping that the two of you will come to your senses and get back together again, like God meant for you to be.
I'm just grateful that Jimmy's back home. We've got a lot of catching up to do.
Oh, with you and Carla bickering like you do, this is all going to take its toll on Jimmy. You mark my word.
I know that, and I'm going to make it up to him somehow. I'm just happy to see him back home where he belongs, you know, where he can put down some roots. I don't know, I've been thinking about the whole thing a lot for the past 2 weeks.
Oh, is that why you decided to change about leaving?
Well, he's got to have a sense of belonging, knowing where his home is.
Oh, yeah. Some people never get to see that sort of thing in this day and age.
You know, I guess we were lucky. I just took it for granted when I was growing up, but I guess it's different with Jimmy. Carla and I shuffling him back and forth between us like a ping pong ball. I mean, that just isn't right for him. It's not fair at all, and I know that now.
It's hard on a child.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons I've decided not to leave Kingsley. I'm going to stick around here and not look for a job outside of town. I mean, it's not going to solve anything. It'll just make matters worse.
Oh, that's true. So true.
Yeah. I'm determined to make this thing work between Carla and me. I'm going to stick it out, Mom, if it's the last thing I do. I mean, we owe that much to that little fella.
You owe it to yourselves.
Yeah, maybe so.
Oh, Gene, I'm proud of you. Just real proud of you, honey.
I gotta go. I gotta be getting
Well, you
out of
haven't
here.
finished just your breakfast yet.
I don't have time right now, Mom. I'm gonna stop by the police station on the way to pick up Jimmy.
Police station?
I got an idea for a story, but I gotta talk to Sergeant Brubaker first.
Story? Now what?
Mom. I'll explain to you later, but right now I gotta get dressed. See you.
All right, honey. Get dressed.
Mrs. Davidson?
Oh, Marianne.
Oh, I can see that you're busy. I'll just come back some other time.
No, really. Come on in. It's all right.
I need some advice. I didn't know who else I could talk to. It's about Russ.
Russ?
Yes.
Marianne, I'm sure you're aware Russ and I are not getting along on the best of terms lately, especially here at the hospital.
I know, but...
I'm not sure that I would have an open mind about anything concerning Russ. He's not one of my favorite people these days, and I know I'm not one of his.
I realize that, but that's not why I'm here. I've been doing a lot of thinking about what you told me when we last talked, but, quite honestly, I still don't know what to do.
You mean because Russ doesn't share your faith?
Yeah.
I was afraid it would come to this.
Well, you know, when we first started dating, I didn't think it would matter because I didn't think it would lead to anything. You know, we were just friends.
It's much more than that now, isn't it?
And it's not like I didn't know what I was getting into. I know what the scriptures say. I have been so foolish.
Marianne, if you understand the consequences, what more can I say?
But I really care about Russ. Surely there's nothing wrong in that.
Well, no, there isn't, but it depends on where you want the relationship to go.
Yeah, that's what I'm afraid of. And that's what I wanted to talk to you about. Do you think that the Lord could use me to reach Russ?
I think God already has. But the real issue is how much you'll influence Russ for the Lord, or how much he'll influence you with his views.
Yeah. Well, if only I could get him to accept Jesus.
But you can't. That's a decision he has to make himself. I mean, you, Billy Graham, nobody can get anybody else to yield their lives to God. All you can do is pray that Russ will open his heart and accept Jesus into his life.
Okay. But what do I do in the meantime?
Well, Marianne, this is what I was trying to get you to see the other day when we talked. Scott and I went through the same thing when Lori was dating Russ. Maybe you should cool the relationship for a while.
You mean stop seeing him?
Well, if you're wrestling with these feelings now, it might be a good idea.
No, I couldn't.
Give yourself some time to work through these mixed emotions.
Maybe I should have gone to North Carolina with Dad.
No, no. I'm not suggesting anything as drastic as that. You just need time to think. You know, Russ approaches life with a set of values that leaves God completely out of his decisions. You and he would be operating on different wavelengths. Now, how can two people grow in a relationship like that?
But we are. That's what's so confusing.
Are you? Even the word love. I mean, it can mean one thing to you and something else entirely different to Russ.
So, decided to go back into reporting, is that it?
Yep, I talked to Walter McGovern the other day down at the Chronicle.
The newspaper? You're not going back to TV News?
No, not if this thing works out.
How come?
Well, it's like a follow-up story that I want to do on the Lori Martin case. You see, in a 90-second TV slot, I could never go into that much background. But on TV, you only have enough time for headlines.
Yeah, headlines. Chronicle did a real hatchet job on the rape attempt. Ms. Davidson wasn't too pleased about that.
Well, I can't say that I blame her.
You know, it just seemed like McGovern's trying to sell more papers with this kind of sensationalism, and it doesn't make my job any easier.
I know. Well, you know, I am going to approach this story from an entirely different viewpoint. You see, I want to focus on the neighborhood and on the environment that fosters that type of crime. Maybe I can come up with some of the underlying causes.
Underlying causes?
Yeah.
A senseless crime like that? Redland, you should have seen that girl. Now, don't you tell me that you're going to do some kind of socioeconomic whitewash on this case.
No, not exactly. But I still think the community has a right to know what Chesterfield is like. I mean, what goes on down there. After all, Miss Martin, she went down there to help the students out, and what happened to her?
Tell me about it.
Hey, you say you picked up a couple of kids the other day, on the night of the crime? Monk and Hernandez?
Yeah.
Were they students of hers?
Yep. We got them in custody, but they're not talking. We got them on larceny charges. We picked them up the night of the rape attempt. They're trying to rip off some video equipment there at the school, and both of them swear that they don't know anything about what happened to that girl.
You sound like you don't believe them.
I don't. But I'll tell you, I got a hunch that if they didn't do it, they know who did.
Did they talk to a lawyer or anything?
Brother, what are you doing on my case? Don't you know that everybody that comes down here gets their rights read to them?
I'm not getting on your case, John. I'm just asking a question.
They're punks. I've seen thousands of them. What they do is they get picked up, they do a little time in a cooler, they get released, then they get picked up again, they go through the same process all over. It's just a revolving door. It just goes around and around.
You know, it sounds like those kids are just a couple of statistics to you, John. Now, don't forget that they're human beings, man.
Look, I've been in this business a long time, and I know a punk when I see one.
Well, I'm not so sure that I do.
All you gotta do is spend 3 minutes with these guys, and you'll know, too.
You think I could?
What?
Talk to them. I mean, they might feel more comfortable talking to a reporter rather than a cop.
You'd just be wasting your time.
Well, Why don't you let me be the judge of that?
I can't force them to talk to you.
And you can't prohibit them if they want to talk to me either, can you?
Okay, wise guy. You got a shot.
Thanks.
I know that everything you said is true.
The differences between you and Russ would be so great, Marianne. You know, I wish that I could tell every young woman, every young man for that matter, to look long and hard at the beliefs of the person that they're dating. Because once you get involved, it's almost always too late.
Well, I guess all I can do now is just go to Russ and find out what kind of commitment he might make to the Lord. I know that Lori had talked to him about it before.
She said that he came very close at one point, but never made the final step.
Well, do you think that he's close now?
Well, Marianne, you know my relationship with Russ. I'm really not in a position to make a judgment.
No, please. I want your honest opinion.
I think that Russ is a long way from making a commitment to the Lord. Too many things in his personality strike me the wrong way. But Marianne, who am I to say?
Do you mean like his drive for power?
Yes, that's part of it.
I know. That bothers me too. If only he could channel that energy into something more productive.
Oh, I wish that he would. It would certainly make my life a lot simpler.
I can't thank you enough for listening to me. I don't know who else I could have turned to.
I'm sorry to... Well, I wish I could have been more encouraging, Marianne.
Well, you've given me a lot to think about, and I won't take any more of your time up. Thank you.
You're welcome. Excuse me. Come in!
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you had company.
Oh, that's all right. I was just leaving.
Not on my account, I hope.
Of course not. I have to go back to work.
Oh, and you know Marianne Prescott, don't
Of
you?
course.
It's good to see you.
Good to see you, too.
Thank you again.
Take care, Marianne.
Okay. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. Oh, Terry, you look as though something's worrying you.
I am worried. I'm afraid that that lovely girl is in something way over her head.
What's his name?
Oh, isn't it always?
Oh, you're telling me. I'm telling you, I don't know why young people make love such a complicated situation.
Well, it isn't always the young. Some of us old folks can mess things up pretty bad ourselves.
True, true. But Terry, I've got some wonderful news for you. Carla and Jimmy came home to Kingsley yesterday.
From Lake Tahoe?
Oh, it was a complete surprise to all of us.
Well, praise the Lord.
Oh, yes. Carla and Jean went out last night to talk, Jean said. They dropped by the house afterward. It's such a pleasure to see those two back together again.
Remember, we prayed they'd work things out.
Oh, yes, but now just pray a little harder that they get back together again and stay that way. It'll be good for Jimmy.
Oh, I will. Say, I've got some good news. Ben called yesterday. Lori is finally coming out of her withdrawal, and the doctors are very optimistic about her eventual recovery.
Praise God.
I'm going to go up and see her this weekend.
Oh, I tell you, the Lord would answer all our prayers.
She's still got a long way to go.
Oh, now just you wait and see. Just you wait and see, Terry. God's going to take very good care of your little girl.
This is one of the men who wanted to see Mr. Lassiter.
Monk?
Yeah. The other one didn't want to talk to you. I did what I could.
Hey, man, I thought you said I can talk to the dude alone.
Could that be arranged, John?
Cool it, Mr. Lassiter. Look, I gotta be in court anyway. I'm late as it is, and I've left an armed guard outside the door if you need anything. And I want you to behave yourself, all right? I'll check with you later.
Thanks, John.
Anytime.
Hey, look, man, you gotta help me. Hey, I gotta get out of here, man. Hey, I don't know nothing about no rape, man. I don't know what that guy's got against me, man, but you gotta help me, man. I can't take it in this place.
Hey, now just
man, you
slow
don't know what
down.
it's
Not
like.
so fast, not so fast.
Hey, but I don't know nothing about no rape, man. Yeah, look, I was in Mrs. Martin's class and everything, but I don't know nothing about nobody trying to jump her, man. They want us, I swear.
Us?
Yeah, me and Hernandez. You see, we was just there. I mean, I was hanging out there after class and everything. Sure, I told Brubeck all about that. But, hey, that's what I was trying to do, man. I was gonna steal some stuff. But hey, all that other business, man, no way.
Uh-huh, okay.
You believe me?
What were you doing in Mrs. Martin's class anyway?
Man, what you want to know that for?
Well, I'm kind of curious to know a little bit about who you are. If I'm supposed to try and help you out, it seems only right that I know a little bit about you, huh?
Well, they made me go there, man. I got kicked out of high school. This was my last chance.
What did you learn? I mean, was Mrs. Martin a good teacher?
Man, that chick didn't belong there. I mean, a pretty little thing like that had no business in that class. She was in way over her head.
The other students feel the same way?
Man, we gave her a lot of lip and everything, but we ain't mean nothing bad. And she was a nice lady, man. She was really trying, but see, where she was coming from and then what she was trying to do, it didn't make no difference. You dig?
Yeah, I dig.
Hey, I wish I did know who done that to her. I'd like to get a hold of him myself. And I slice him up good, brother. You see, that Brubaker, man, he thinks I'm holding out on him, man. I ain't, I swear. Hey, look, man, I gotta get out of here, and you gotta help me, man. Hey, you just gotta believe me. Hey, come on, bro, you gotta believe me.
Tammy, come here. I want to show you my new business card.
Oh, I can hardly wait.
Right off the press. Pretty classy, huh? Gil Prescott, Vice President, Prescott Development.
Would you give yourself a promotion? Mm-hmm. Anyway, they got the address wrong on here.
Oh, no.
Yeah. It's supposed to say Leon's Diner. But you spend a lot more time here than you ever do at the office.
That's because you're so beautiful. Hey, I am crazy about you, Tammy.
Yeah.
Hi.
Well, do you want to order, or are you just going to foam at the mouth?
Give me the usual.
Well, that is the usual with you. You ready to order yet?
No, I'm gonna go ahead and wait for somebody.
Yeah, well, I wish you'd wait on the clown in the next booth.
Thanks.
You know, there's some days he just really gets on my nerves.
Well, Tammy, I just don't want you to forget, I want a little TLC with that order.
TLC?
Yeah, you remember.
Oh, yeah, TLC with the order, the
Right.
tiny little creatures. Yeah, we've got them.
Real cute. And what are you laughing about? Huh?
Nothing. I was just trying to get a few pointers, that's all.
Hey, don't you think this has gone on long enough? Hey, what do you say we call a truce?
A truce?
Yeah, you know, like a ceasefire, let bygones be bygones.
With you?
Yeah, with me. Let's just say it's my motto. You know, why be enemies if we could be friends? Huh?
Where have you been? Do you know that I have been waiting here almost a half hour? I mean, I have never been treated so inconsiderately. I have a good mind to go right to the mayor and tell him about this. He happens to be a very good friend of Charles.
Lady, I don't want to hear it. I am not in the mood.
Well, why didn't you call me?
I was in court and things didn't go my way.
Well, that's no reason to treat me like this. I mean, I am a law-abiding, tax-paying citizen.
Lady, what do you want from me anyway?
You know exactly what I want. I want my jewelry.
I told you before, you can't have your jewelry until the Tab Baron case goes to trial. We're holding it as evidence.
But that's not fair. I need it. It's valuable.
That case is not going to go before a judge for another 5 weeks, at least.
5 weeks? Oh, you can't be serious.
I am.
But what am I going to do? What am I going to live off of? Can't you just give me one thing? Give me like the engagement ring. Well, it's not fair. It belongs to me.
That's for the court to determine.
Oh, come off it, Brubaker.
It's the law.
Well, you've got to do something.
All right, I tell you what, I'll look into it, okay?
Yeah, you better look into it, because if you don't, I'm going right to the mayor about this. Do you understand?
I'll get on it right away.
That's more like it.
Miss Lawson,
Yeah?
have a nice day.
Hey, how about some lunch?
Alex, I'd love to, as soon as I finish these timesheets.
Oh, don't tell me he's got you working on those things too.
Will it never end? He comes up with a new form every week.
Believe you me, the doctors are none too happy with his latest moves.
So I've heard.
You know, he expects us to spend more time filling out reports than he does tending to our patients. We're physicians, not pencil pushers.
Alex, don't plead your case with me. Oh, excuse me. Hello? Yes, Russ? No, I'm sorry, I can't make it at 1:30. Yeah, 2 o'clock will be fine. In your office. Right. What now?
Look, just push all that stuff aside.
But this is due this morning.
We'll make him wait.
I'm in enough trouble with Russ already.
Look, now, let's just go and have a nice leisurely lunch in the hospital cafeteria.
The cafeteria, are you kidding?
Well, we could pretend, couldn't we?
Oh, Alex.
Come on now. What about the power of positive thinking?
Okay, I'll share a secret fantasy with you.
That Russ Weaver was never employed by this hospital.
How'd you ever guess?
Let's go.
Okay.
Give me a chance. I just want to be your friend. Scout's honor.
Okay,
You mean that?
but just friends.
Yeah. So say we celebrate and go out to dinner tonight, huh?
Are you serious?
Yeah, what do you say? Come on.
Just friends?
Hey, friends can go out and have dinner together, can't they? Huh?
Okay,
Great.
dinner it is.
Good. Shake on it?